Hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome to Self-Love Roadmap. This is week 2 of me making these very long videos for this channel, but I have a feeling this video right now is not going to be that long. The reason I think that is because I've been trying for the past 2-3 hours, maybe more, to create a video for this channel, and I've recorded these long videos, but my mind keeps wandering. I keep losing my train of thought, and then I keep stopping the video and throwing it out. So while this was happening, I did this a few times, and after a few times and then realizing that most of my day was gone and I have to go pick up my son from school in a couple of hours, my younger son, who is just 5 years old, while that was happening, what I noticed was that I was starting to feel a bit down. Why? Because I wanted to make a video that I felt good about, that I was happy about, where I felt I was saying something important that's going to serve you, that's going to help you, that's going to help change your life. That's what I wanted to make, but I felt like I hadn't been able to make that video. And in that moment, a thought came to me. And it's something that I teach, but of course it's a lot easier to tell someone else something than to actually live by those things in the moment of challenge. And the thought is this: trust. Trust that life is giving to you what you need. When I meet people who are having a really hard time, for sure, they're having a hard time because there's something that they want that they're not getting. They're not getting something they want, or they're getting something that they do not want. And this is possibly one of the most important lessons in life that anyone can learn. And it's something that I work on all the time with my younger son, who is 5, and I work on it a bit with my older son, who's 14. That is the idea that it's okay not to get what you want. It's okay. When you get super upset about not getting the thing that you want, when you get super upset, the message that sends your subconscious, the message that sends your subconscious and the message that sends out to the world is that you can't handle not getting what you want. It's a message of disempowerment. When you find something so hard because it's not exactly what you want, or it's not the thing you want, the message that you're telling yourself is, I'm not big enough, strong enough, I don't have enough capacity to handle things unless it's exactly what I want. I am not powerful enough to handle it being a different way, so I have to control it. I have to control this outcome to be what I want. But right now, I'm finding I can't control that outcome. I'm getting in touch with my powerlessness to control this thing. It's out of my control. That's why I'm getting something that I don't want. And so I'm powerless. That's the message you send yourself when you're getting really upset, really unhappy, really angry, really frustrated, really stressed out about not getting what you want. Those things are actually you can't separate them out. Those sorts of feelings always are accompanied by you not being able to handle not getting what you want. And it's always entangled with you trying to control stuff you cannot control. The more you try to control stuff you cannot control, the more disempowered you will be. Because it will become there's nothing more disempowering than trying to control something that you can't. It's just going to result in all kinds of frustration and powerlessness. So the answer, when you notice yourself getting upset about something that you can't control, when you notice yourself getting upset about things not being how you want, the answer is not to try to control those things more. That just makes it worse. The answer is to respond to yourself with compassion, right? And the answer is also to accept that you can't control that thing. And when you accept that you cannot control that thing, and that thing is a different way, that starts opening up the space for you to work with things as they are. So instead of spending your energy trying to change something that's really hard to change or impossible to change, instead of spending your energy on something you're powerless to change, spend that energy working with what you've got. Spend that energy noticing what you need. Spend that energy noticing what you feel. And then if those feelings are difficult, ask yourself, why do I feel that way? What is it that I believe? What's the story that I'm telling myself? Notice your thoughts, notice your words about yourself, about the situation. And then as you notice those things, ask yourself, is this thought, is this belief serving me? And if it's not serving you, swap it out. So today, while I was in the middle of this process, I was like, my thoughts and feelings were just like, I'm not even getting a good video today, or but then that kind of can spiral into, what if this happens every day? What if I can't generate good content for this channel consistently? What if I'm just too scatterbrained or scatterminded to actually create good content? Are those thoughts serving me? No. What can I swap them out for? Those thoughts make me feel worse, and they also start imagining a bad future for me. If your thoughts are imagining a bad future for you, they're not serving you. So what can I swap those thoughts out for? I can swap them out for, let's see. I can swap them out for, okay, what can I learn from this? What can I learn from what I've been doing today? What can I learn from my experience today? Also, I can swap it out for compassion, encouragement, love. I can tell myself, Lisa, well done for giving this a go today. You have been showing up so much and so consistently over the past week now. That's really good. Lisa, there will be other days. Lisa, maybe now would be a good time to stop recording these videos. Or maybe now would be a good time for you to share authentically and vulnerably what your experience has been this morning. What a great opportunity. Can you turn around this hard time you've had, hours of just getting lost in something and then not getting the outcome you want, can you turn that around to use that right now as a teaching opportunity? That's what I'm doing. So, yeah, I can. What other thoughts could I swap in there? It's just the reminder that it's nice to have a vision. It's nice to have a goal. It's nice to have an idea of where you want to go, what things you would like to create. That's all good. But it's less useful. Once you've created that vision, just let it go. Hold it lightly. Once you've created that, don't get fixated on what that looks like every step of the way. Don't get fixated on that. Don't get fixated on needing that journey to look a very particular way. Instead, understand that the journey to that outcome is going to involve some learning, some growth, some trust. Understand that all you need to do is be willing to show up, be open to learning, be open to taking aligned action. Also notice when the things that you're doing are not about taking aligned action towards your goals, but rather about pain relief. And this is something I'm going to talk about in a different video because it's a whole other topic, kind of how so many of the things that we do, the things that we seek, the things that we want or think we want are not even in alignment with our most powerful, true, authentic selves. So often the things that we're seeking are because we have unaddressed pain. We have unaddressed pain from false beliefs that we have about ourselves, where we think we suck, where we think that our value is based on what we achieve, or we think our value is based on how much value we are to others, whether others value us, whether others judge us positively. And so you might think that your value is based on people thinking you are beautiful, or that you're a good person, or that you are really helpful, or that you're really awesome in some way. You might have mixed up your value with others actually loving you. If others love you, you're valuable. If they reject you, then you're worthless. You know, these sorts of false beliefs are incredibly painful. And when you don't stop to notice that you're holding these false beliefs, when you don't stop to question them, when you just wholeheartedly believe these beliefs about yourself and your value, or about other people's value, you're going to make decisions in alignment with those beliefs. You're going to reinforce those beliefs, and you're not going to feel good. You're not going to feel good. You might get a bit of like numbing and a bit of pain relief. You're not going to feel the pain of feeling like you're not achieving, maybe. You know, maybe you'll be like, oh, I have achieved more than everyone else. So, you know, so that reassures you that you're not worthless, because your worth is based on achieving those things. Or you might feel like you have value because somebody that you really, really want to love you, they love you, or so you think. But then what happens if that person leaves you or cheats on you? If your self-worth is based on that, that's not self-worth. That means you don't have actual self-worth, and you just have this false belief about what your worth is about. And so believing that your value and your worth are based on external things, even if you're succeeding at those external things, it's a painful thing to carry. Suppose you think your friends only are your friends because of what you give them. Suppose you have a lot of money and you believe you only have friends because you have a lot of money. That's a painful belief to carry. That's a really painful belief to carry. Even if you have a lot of money, it's a painful belief to carry. So, all things, all difficult feelings bring us back to false beliefs that we're holding that just need to be examined and swapped out for beliefs that serve us, stories that serve us, thoughts that serve us. Painful feelings are not a signal for us to control the trigger for those feelings. It's never about controlling the trigger for those feelings. Of course, if the trigger for those feelings is, if you're having a trigger for like massive anger and pain, but actually that trigger is somebody who is really acting out of order, then obviously we can like walk away. I'm not saying, just stay in situations that are not good for you. Obviously walk away. But understand that if you're having massive pain, anger, frustration, whatever, those feelings are coming from your heart. You're carrying them. You need to see what's underneath them, because underneath them you're going to have some pretty painful beliefs. And you don't have to carry those painful beliefs. And you need some love. You need some love and compassion to comfort yourself in that level of pain and painful feeling, because you deserve that. Everyone deserves that. If somebody is in a lot of pain, they deserve love and compassion, absolutely. Even if it's self-inflicted, Just because someone is inflicting pain on themselves doesn't mean they don't deserve love and compassion. Also probably means they can't help it. Because if you could help it, if you could choose to just not inflict tons of pain on yourself, then you would. We are naturally all wired to try to avoid pain. So if you're inflicting pain on yourself, chances are that you have another pain that's even greater that you're trying to get away from. That's why you're inflicting that pain on yourself. And you're trying to get away from that even bigger pain because you don't know how to handle it, and you don't think you can. Or it's just instincts. You just instinctively move away from things that are hugely painful. And so we start with ourselves. We start with sort of owning our own pain and frustration, and we don't blame it on the external things or the events. And so like with how I was starting to feel kind of like down about not having made the video that I wanted this morning, I don't blame that on the fact that I wasn't able to make this video. I just have a look at sort of like, okay, when things don't go my way, when I don't get the outcomes that I want, what am I doing? What am I thinking? What belief am I carrying? What compassion am I needing? what new thoughts could I think instead? What new story could I have for myself instead? That is the starting point. That's what I've got for you today. I've got another little thought for you. If you have listened to this all the way up to the end, I would strongly recommend that you watch this whole thing again. Not necessarily right now, though you could, but watch it again tomorrow. Watch it again the day after that. Watch it again the day after that. All of the videos that I create, they're about shifting things internally within you. And because the way I put these together, these videos and these messages, the way I put them together, they're designed to create an internal shift. Because of that, that means that if you watch it again at another time, you'll actually have a slightly different inner world. And because you have a slightly different inner world, you're going to get more out of it. You're going to get something different out of it. And that'll shift you again internally. Do that a number of times. You'll start getting different outcomes. When your inner world changes, your outer world changes. When your inner world changes, you'll generate different thoughts and feelings. When you have different thoughts and feelings, you're going to take different actions. When you take different actions, you're going to end up with a different life, one that is more in alignment with your heart and what you want, instead of just chasing pain relief all the time. You can chase pain relief all day long, and a lot of people do. If you look at any kinds of, compulsive behaviors or addictions, or people doing things that are not good for them, but they keep doing it, that's always about some sort of pain relief. You're seeking pain relief from some sort of emotional pain you have due to difficult beliefs that you carry that haven't been examined. You're seeking pain relief from low self-worth, or a feeling of insecurity, feeling not safe, feeling disconnected, feeling unworthy, feeling confused or conflicted, or whatever it is, feeling too much stress from trying to control the uncontrollable, from overthinking. You're overthinking because your subconscious doesn't feel safe about something. Like all these things which cause internal distress, they express in seeking things that feel like pain relief. But the answer isn't doing all that stuff that's pain relief. The only thing that actually starts addressing the deeper pain is when you sort of uncover, go past all the sort of false beliefs and things causing the pain, and start giving space for your true, authentic, desires, for your true power, for the true value that just is at the core of all of us, just like a gold nugget. But more than a gold nugget, it's more like the sun. More like the sun. And, that is at the core of all of us. And if we start giving more space for that part of us to express in our actions as we take aligned actions that serve us, if we start giving more space to that, then our lives start getting warmed up by our own power and presence. It warms up our lives, and then it extends to the lives of others, everyone around us. And as that happens, all the stuff that we heaped on top of that, with all the sort of false beliefs and the painful things that we carry, and that stuff starts shifting, moving, melting away, being discarded, getting burned up. And then less of our lives are taken up with just mindlessly searching for pain relief, and more of our lives are taken up with us doing things that are truly aligned with what we want, what we love, what we believe, who we want to be, without pushing ourselves, without trying to make ourselves be a certain way, without burdening ourselves with the responsibility for other people's lives. And so, I would encourage you to just keep doing this work. Before I close, I want to mention again that at the moment, and these are quite early days for me, so I don't know how long I will do this for, but at the moment I am available to work one-to-one with you if you want a tailored process to help you shift your internal false beliefs, to help you discover what they are, to help you identify what you actually really want, to help you swap those things out, to help you get clarity about the things you're chasing in your life and which stuff is aligned with you, which stuff isn't. If you want one-to-one support in that, you can send me an email. I'm going to put my email in the description below. You can also keep connected with me on Patreon Lisa, and I'll put that link below too. I'm here to serve you. I'm available to do a journey with you. For now, in terms of one-to-one sessions that I'm offering them as a 6-week weekly bundle only. But if you want to talk about, what that might look like for you, what you might get out of that, then please get in touch, and I'd be happy to talk about it with you and we can see if it's a good fit for both of us. If this has served you, please do like, subscribe, share, and I look forward to seeing you again.